to that. Greetings, everyone. I'm John Murphy, and I am back today in this clip with Dr. Bobby Belmonte from Maximize Living. I've talked in earlier videos about the 5 essentials, all right, and how important it is to balance between these 5 essentials. That any one essential in isolation, isn't going to do the job. But today we're going to drill into essential number 3, which is maximize nutrition. Now, we could go all day long talking about nutrition, and we'll share a lot of different video clips on this essential alone. You know, I travel all over the world attending and speaking at conferences on health and wellness, and in fact was just at a conference in Charlotte, North Carolina with Dr. Bobby and the Maximize Living team from all over the world. And the information and the knowledge being shared around healthy nutrition, it's mind-blowing. So today we're going to drill into one component of healthy nutrition, which is the world of fat. Now, when I talk about fat, I'm not just talking about a body that's overweight or obese. I'm talking about fat and the fact that there are good fats and bad fats. Just like there's good bacteria, bad bacteria, good cholesterol, bad cholesterol. The key is balance. So Dr. Bobby is going to enlighten us now with some very powerful and helpful information on the world of fat. So with that, Dr. Bobby, take it over.
Yeah, when we look at fat, fat is one of the essential nutrients for the body. And that's always what we're looking at inside of Maximize Living. We want to look at what does your body need to function at its highest level? Because if your body has everything it needs, something really amazing happens. Your body works exactly the way it was designed to. You see, the body needs no help. It simply needs no interference.
That's a key.
And one of the things that we see causing a lot of interference in how the body functions is this epidemic that we have around fats in our foods. And it's interesting, John, we can figure out how to go to the moon and back, but yet we can't figure out whether or not fats are good or bad for us. In the 90s, we took fat out of all the food and everything went to low fat. But your brain is composed of 60% fat, 75% water. And what we're now seeing is a new epidemic in brain health where more than 1 out of 3 elderly post-retirement are suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia. And so we know that fat's essential, and we actually look at fat in regards to energy. Food is life. You know, and think about that. If we don't eat, John, what happens?
Well, we die.
We die. It's a guaranteed fact. You have to eat to live. Food is life, and so the quality of your food is incredibly important. And with fat, the interesting thing of fat is fat provides you 9 grams of energy per 1 gram of fat. And the reason why that's important is because sugar will only provide you 4 grams of energy per 1 gram of fat. Meaning you're going to get twice the amount of energy from the fat, but not all fat is good. There are bad fats and good fats. And it's not easy to understand the difference between the two, but what you can do is just remember a really short list.
Yep.
And when we look at a canola oil or a vegetable oil, these are the fats that we've determined to be bad. And they're bad because of 2 reasons. They're genetically modified and they're not high heat stable, meaning they denature easily. So as they go through shipping and traveling and packaging, if they're exposed to light and heat, it causes the fat to become denatured. And once it becomes denatured, it becomes carcinogenic, meaning cancer causing. And so what we want is to see your diet rich in healthy fats. And some of the best fats in the world in their raw state that haven't been altered or genetically modified. Nothing's been added to them or taken away. They are perfect the way they are. And this is an olive oil or a coconut oil.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I
take
love
coconut oil every day, Bobby, myself.
I think coconut oil is one of the best oils on the planet. I use it for everything.
Yeah.
You can use it when you're cooking. It's high heat stable. You know what's interesting here, if you want to know whether or not you're hurting your fats whenever you're cooking, if you have your food in the flash pan and you start to see it smoking, that's a good sign that you've denatured the fat. And again, even if you take a good fat, you can hurt it through the cooking process. And we'll talk more about what it actually takes to prepare food, to keep it in its living state. But the takeaway here is that you need fat. Your brain needs fat. Your spinal cord needs fat. Those 2 organs, your brain and spinal cord, are responsible for controlling every function of your body. So fat's essential. We need it.
And in fact, it's another of life's paradoxes, which is it's by eating fat that we lose weight. there's a paradox for you. It's like, how do we go slower and move faster? How do we do less and accomplish more? These are life's paradoxes, and you've heard me talk about these before. It's the same thing with fat. How do I eat more fat and lose weight? The key then is that we eat healthy fats. And in addition to cooking with olive oil or coconut oil, in fact, if you're cooking at higher temperatures, it's very important to use coconut oil and not olive oil, because olive oil will turn rancid at higher temperatures. But there are other very simple and very affordable products like foods like avocado is a wonderful healthy fat.
Yeah.
Walnuts and almonds and some of the seeds are very helpful in terms of fats. So the key is to eat healthy fat and not get into this box or this paradigm thinking that the only way for me to be fit and healthy and lean is to avoid fat. That's a very dangerous approach, and also something that's going to really affect your brain short term and especially long term. Anything else you want to add to this, Bobby?
No, you just eat healthy fat, just any way you can. Fat is good.
And we'll be talking about some other tips, if you will, around essential number 3 and maximize nutrition in future clips. So stay tuned. I'm John Murphy. This is Dr. Bobby Belmonte. We're here to help. God bless.